Frequently asked questions about selling on Amazon and specifically selling via Fulfillment by Amazon, aka FBA. Let's get into it. Does FBA pay immediately? So, no, it does not pay immediately. It takes between 14 days and unfortunately between 14 and 30 days to get your payout once your account has been going. So, let's say you sell your item on the 1st. Depending on when you are in your payment cycle, it can take up to 28 days to then get that money. And then you have to be cognizant also in the beginning. It seems the first 45 days of your account, they seem to have an extra hold on your money, just in case, I think if you're sending the wrong products or if you're doing something wrong, they need to be able to have that money to refund the customers just in case. Is FBA profitable in 2022? Absolutely, it is still profitable. I'm not sure about 2020 to 2021, but I know 2019 to 2020, it increased revenue from like 280 billion to 350 billion, and half of that is third-party sellers, or a little bit less than half of that is third-party sellers. It's only continuing to go up. It's not saturated. Only 50,000 sellers do $1 million a year, so it's not saturated at all. It's absolutely profitable, and I still do it. A bunch of people still do it. I would highly recommend you guys look into it as well. Next question is, how do I create a seller account? I believe the URL is sell.amazon.com, and then it's $40 a month. Absolutely well worth it. You just go in, create it, and make sure you have all your LLC and stuff in order. Or you could be a sole proprietor, just do it yourself using your social. That's fine too. But I'll have another video specifically how to create a seller account coming soon, probably this week. I have no money. Should I still sell on Amazon? No. You need to go get a job. You need to stack maybe $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever you think is enough, and then do it part-time. So you should be working your job and then selling on Amazon as well. As soon as your income from Amazon starts to creep up and replace your job income, then just quit. And that doesn't have to be long, too. Like, you just work for like a month or two somewhere, stack some money, start selling on Amazon, and do it. Just suck it up and do it. You should not be starting if you have no money, because there's no way you're going to be able to pay your bills unless you have cash set aside, but you don't because you have no money. So you just get a job first and then do it after. Should I sell internationally in the beginning? So I'm assuming this question is if you're creating an American Amazon account and you're asking if you should sell internationally, like on Amazon Mexico or Amazon Canada or Amazon Europe. Personally, I would say no. I would say start with the U.S. market and get comfortable with that first. However, if there's a arbitrage opportunity in FBA Europe or in Amazon Europe and then Amazon US, because I know I know a lot of people are doing like flips between Amazon US and Amazon Europe both ways. So only if that's the case, but if not, just stick with whatever your country's market is. So in this case, Amazon US, and just get comfortable with that first. What business model should I start with? So I'm assuming this is either, books, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, wholesale, private label. Personally, if this was a year ago, I would have said books. You still could start with books now, but honestly, I would just say start with OA and get a prep center. Because especially if you have little to no money, there is some overhead about maybe like a few $100s of or more of printers, labels, software. So to be honest, starting with a prep center and doing OA is not a terrible idea, because you can cut out the printer, which is like $200, and then the label is another bit taxes, maybe like $250, $300 worth of stuff. So it's really not a bad idea to cut out the kind of the logistics part of it in the beginning, because you don't need to be doing that, right? There's prep centers where you can prep sub for $1 a unit. So I actually, my opinion on that has shifted. I would definitely start with OA, and I would start with a prep center. Are the FBA fees too high? No, they're not high. They could keep going up, and it doesn't really matter, because a lot of times sellers will, again, unfortunately, but this is just how business works. A lot of times FBA fees that are increasing, it gets passed off onto the customer, onto the end consumer. That just is what it is. No, the FBA fees are not high at all. It's 10 to 15% referral fee, and then whatever the pick, pack, and ship fee is. Like, we don't ever see the products. It gets shipped 1 to 2 day shipping. I mean, we get to take advantage of the largest or becoming the largest logistics network in the world. So, no, the FBA fees are not too high. And to recap, guys, I get this question a lot. And I mentioned it before, but is FBA saturated? Is Amazon saturated? No, it's not at all. Like I said, I think there's over 1 million U.S. seller accounts. Only 50,000 do over $1 million a year, and it's not that hard to reach that point in a couple years. It's not saturated at all. There's still so much money to be made, and there will be into the future. Like I said, half of Amazon's revenue is by third-party sellers. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Got more great videos coming this week, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.